Hey,
Mark and Sharon here for 4x2 Travel
and as the name suggests, we love to travel,
and explore life.
and especially we love to cruise. And on social media, lots of questions out there. You're getting ready to cruise, and it's like, I've got all these questions, and you put them out there on social media, and we try to answer some there. But we'd like to answer some through these videos as well. So we're actually doing 3 videos on the
Embarkation process.
embarkation process.
What's
That
embarkation?
happens, getting on the ship,
Oh, okay.
in simple terms. Disembarkation is when they throw you off the ship. So our first video had to do with a number of the things, the check-in process, transportation, lodging, everything getting to the terminal, the pier, the port,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it. But now your shuttle, your lift, has dropped you off on the sidewalk, and you have to go through the check-in process before you get on the ship.
Okay.
That's what we're going to talk about now.
So you've got all of your checked bags and your carry-on
And
your roller and your personal and what do you do with all that?
All that
You have
stuff.
to carry all
Yep.
of that with you?
Well, some people might want to, but our next video we'll talk about the first hours on the ship, because there's a lot of special, unique things that happen when you first get on the ship. But we've gotten out of our lift. We have our roller bags, our check bags. We talked earlier that your check bags, the big bags, you've got a baggage tag. They gave you either mailed
Kind
or
of
you
color
printed out your own.
coordinated.
Yep. And so you put that on your bag. And as we said before, if you've lost it or you haven't figured out a way to attach it, the porters
We'll be able to
help you, and even make a new tag if you don't have one. But when we've gotten off, we get out of the cab or the lift or whatever, there's usually signage there. You're in front of the big building, and there's going to be a sign that says baggage or
This
bag, luggage, drop off. And it's usually like a big garage door opening. And you'll see other people taking their big bags over to there. And you just hand them off. You give them to the guys, and eventually you'll see them on the ship. Now, hopefully you've thought about, because you're not going to see those bags for a while. It could be after supper. So just be mindful of what you want to keep in, just like flying, what you want to keep in your carry-on.
On your personal bags, you might want to have all of your medication, any electronics, special electronics.
Yeah, we put our tablets and our Kindles and more expensive stuff we keep with us. And so you hand that off, and then there's going to be another line for check-in. Now, once you get in the building, and of course you need to have your documents handy.
Okay, so don't put those in your checked
not
bags.
checked, but don't put them too deep in your carry-on either. You need to have those handy.
Right.
Your passport, your e-docs, and I think maybe some of that you can share on your phone. I always play it safe and have printed as well. And your credit card that you're going to use for onboard expenses. You get in there, and they're going to have there's security you go through. There's going to be multiple lines. Sometimes you have to ask, because these are temporary workers and they don't always know all of the details. But if you're Haven, you're going to have a very special line.
Yeah.
And you're going to go to a very special counter and a very special waiting room and have a very special experience. We haven't experienced that yet, but we are told that's what happens. There should be another line for, if you can pay extra. We've never done this, something called priority access, which allows you to get on board earlier, do other things earlier maybe make reservations and stuff like that.
Okay.
And if you have status, Norwegian calls it their latitude points program.
Okay.
And once you reach a certain level, platinum, you also have priority when you go through the line. And then everybody else goes through a different line. So you're going to go up to the counter, you're going to present your passports, go through that everything's straight. Again, they need the credit card because on ship, you're not going to...
You don't carry cash or a
You don't
credit
carry
card or
credit
whatever.
cash.
Everything's charged back to your room.
Right. And I meant to have one
A key
here.
card?
Yeah, they're in the house. But you get, it's like a credit card for on board the ship.
Or a room key for a
It's the
hotel.
room, yeah. And basically it is your room key. It's your card that you use for everything, to get on and off the ship, and to every time you go a specialty meal, or even the main dining rooms, not the buffet, but you use your card as an identifier. Now, it used to be that people would...
Oh, punch a hole through it, just so you could wear it as a lanyard.
Right.
I liked the retractable ones, badges, but you really have to, you can't punch a hole through it anymore because of the electronics in the card itself, and you have to be able to hand it to them. So you'll just want to figure out how you can best do that. Just going back, your room key also will be how you control your lights in your room. So when you come in, there'll be a slot that you can put it in next. It'll be kind of next to the door where the light switches are, and that's how you can get your power on in your room.
Yeah, the idea is that, we'll talk about this more in the next one, but some people then will actually take an old hotel card because they want to keep their power on when they're not in the room.
Yeah,
So you can
but it is
cheat the system.
echo saving.
Yeah,
feature.
it is. So you go to the desk, you go through the check-in process, they give you the key card. They're also going to give you a laminated pass, and it's going to say priority access or platinum or 1, 2, 3 through 140 or whatever. And the idea is they're going to put you in groups. So when they start boarding, it's group 1, it's group 2, it's group 3. Now, you've gone to the desk, you've done the check-in, you're going to go through a maze through the building and end up in a waiting room
Okay.
for whatever time you're there.
The earlier you're there, the longer you wait.
The longer you wait. This stresses me out a little bit, and I have to take a deep breath and remind myself that I will get on the ship because most terminals we've been in are not really designed for that initial 1,000+ people that are packed in there before the doors finally open. The reality is that once the doors opened, the pass we had was irrelevant because when they called our number, there was physically no way we could get to the door, and we simply had to wait. And it's aggravating, but you still get on the ship, you know, and you just have to remember, I'm going to get on this ship. It might not be how I thought it would be or whatever, but I'm going to get on the ship. And that's the important thing, is just have the patience. One of the things that drives me a little nuts. But anyway, so don't worry about that. Go, and if you've gotten a later arrival time, then maybe you get there and the doors are already open and you just go straight through the waiting room and onto the ship. And you go through out the door and you'll go through this crazy gangway thing and finally down and on the ship. And you finally, After all your planning, your payments, your check-in, your flying, your packing, everything else,
Now you can take a deep breath
and smile. You have set foot on the ship and you are ready to go. To me, that's kind of like the vacation has started then.
Yeah.
I'm not even, to me, it's not when the boat sails away from the dock, when I plant my feet on the deck.
Yep.
Because I'm going to start enjoying the cruise and the ship when my feet hit the deck.
That's right.
And so our next video is going to talk about, all right, my feet have hit the deck, now what?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of important things that occur during those first few hours, the rest of that day. So as we talk about this, what would we like our friends to do?
Oh, well, please like this video if you've learned anything, or if you, share it with others, subscribe. We're always looking for new subscribers. Yeah. Ring the bell if you want to be made aware of the next time. Yeah. Leave a comment.
Ask a question.
Ask a question. Have you experienced any negative things happening with your
things?
Well, I'm hoping that most everybody has positive memories of their embarkation. Yeah, Prove me wrong if
I have positive memories of setting foot on the ship.
Okay, so when does your vacation start?
Yeah, my memories are not always positive of the process in the terminal, but I'm a process person.
Yes,
so
but have you lost your luggage?
Never.
Okay,
nor my wife. We've always made it and
even though he's
ship.
Tried?
No, I haven't. Anyway, we hope that you've already booked a cruise.
Yep.
And we hope that you can explore life and have a fantastic travel experience. Right. And hopefully we've helped you do that. And
or giving you some ideas anyway.
And some answers to questions. Yeah. And we would love to continue to enable you to travel well.